We've been in Italy for just about 2 weeks, and our last 2 stops are Cinque Terre and Venice. This trip has been a true gift. We got to do the majority of it with our friends Hannah and Josiah. We've gotten a true taste of Italy, from the Dolomites to Tuscany to Rome, and now we have just 2 more days of more beauty to see and more food to eat. Look at this view! Cinque Terre means 5 towns. So you have Monterosso al Mare, which is where we are staying. And then we just took a little 4-minute train over to Vernazza, which is where we're gonna spend the afternoon. Then you have Cornelia, Manarola, and Riomaggiore. Those 3 we will probably not be visiting. The main thing about this portion of our trip is that we didn't really plan much for it because it was kind of a last-minute addition. We were gonna go to the Amalfi Coast. Long story short, we ended up in Cinque Terre. So we're just gonna let this part of the trip plan itself for us. We're gonna walk around, see what looks good, smells good, where we want to stop, see the ocean. Some of the best parts of this trip were the parts that were unexpected and flexible. So what, like 4 hours, maybe 3 hours in Vernazza right now?
Yeah.
Let's go.
You can see just the crowds that are all coming off the train. It seems like Vernazza is a lot more poppin' than Monterosso.
Yeah. This is my actual face. We just popped out of the little downtown area to, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna tear up for a second, to the water, the ocean, with just a cliff and then this town of Vernazza behind it. Am I a beach girl now? Even though it's like stormy and rainy, the water is so clear. The water is actually surprisingly not as cold as I thought it was going to be. We are at Pippo A Vernazza and we ordered a pesto pasta. In this area, pesto is very popular because it was made here. We also got a focaccia, kind of street food thing, and focaccia was also invented here. And then to drink, we got a limoncino spritz. The difference between a limoncello and a limoncino is just essentially the region that it's located. So a limoncello, you're going to get more in the Amalfi Coast. A limoncino, you're going to be getting in the Cinque Terre region up north versus the south. I usually am not the biggest fan of limoncello.
Tastes like a warhead. Was it a lemon head?
It does. That is a very accurate description.
It's a mixture of a lemon head and a spritz, like sparkling water.
It tastes like a candy.
I've said this a lot on this trip, but this is probably the best pesto, I'll be specific, I've ever eaten, because it's so creamy. The flavor isn't like miles above it, but the creaminess / texture is amazing.
I'm gonna try the sandwich.
I already tried it and the cheese is unreal.
The tomato pesto, fresh pesto, oh my gosh. And the focaccia, of course. That's better than the pasta.
I know, I feel like I can't over-exaggerate these things. I'm saying they're the best thing I've ever eaten, basically, for every food we've had.
The cheese, soft and sweet cheese.
It's almost like cream cheese, to be honest.
It does taste like cream cheese. The pesto itself, it is the perfect amount of like basil with garlic. The focaccia, oh my gosh, is so good too. Like every part of it fits so well together as like a sandwich. It's pretty cool. I'm actually like...
I can imagine if it was like sunny and still water, it'd look so blue, I think, and it is so clear. You could see the fishes. I would jump in, I think.
It's so clear, and it has been storming all day. I'm not comprehending. I wish you could smell what it smells like in Vernazza right now. It is the best smelling seafood.
Smells like fried fish.
No,
like
but in the
fry.
best way. It is just this inviting, like, oh, it just smells so good and fresh. We are walking up the side of this cliff to get a up high view. The sea that Cinque Terre is, I guess, attached to is the Ligurian Sea. And right now it is raging. We found a little walk that gets you to the top of the town to overlook the town and the ocean and everything, so that's what we're doing. Oh, lots of stairs, I presume. So many stairs. It's so funny because like we just didn't know what to expect here. I don't think I was expecting this.
Also, there's the water taxis, boat ferry thing that you can take from town to town too.
Yeah, you can either take the trains across all 5 towns or the water taxi, but we can climb to the top of the castle, and we're going to get the full view up top. this is the castle. We're gonna go on up into this castle. It looks like a spiral staircase. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Alright, let's do this. Up this spiral staircase. It's like dripping.
It is. Every time we get higher and higher, I'm like, this is it. This is the view. No, this is the view. Again, 360 panoramic views of the ocean, the cliffs, Vernazza. You can see the other towns in the distance. You can see where we're staying in the distance. The colorful boats, the blue water.
You can see at least 2 more that direction. So
No, really.
We're staying, and then 1 more up on a hill, I think, and then 1 more even further than that.
This is wild. Also, it is very wet. Bye. Oh my gosh. That guy's just picking his limes in his yard. Casually living in Vernazza. Look at this little walkway. Honestly, this is so unique. We came back to Monterosso and we're kind of watching the sunset right now, standing on these rocks completely alone. There are some massive waves coming. And the color of the water is crazy. You can see where it's like light blue and turns into dark blue.
There we go.
Wow. And this is Monterosso behind us.
The reds and whites on these rocks.
We are at Ristorante Della Tortuga. We're getting some seafood tonight and also trying to decide if we should leave early tomorrow to get to Venice or leave at the same time that we're supposed to, which is around 2, because there's extreme threats for rain and thunderstorms. So we're trying to make that decision now. So we'll either be in Monterosso for tomorrow morning and afternoon, or we will be heading out early. You'll know probably before we will. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. We'll know before you will. I got the spaghetti with anchovies, tomato, a basil sauce, and then Josh got
Risotto con basil crema and a big old prawn. It's like a fishy pesto risotto.
I'm normally not the hugest fan of anchovies, but it gives it the perfect amount of seafood flavor. It's like this light seafoody. I'm sitting by the ocean, but I also have like herbs and freshness within the pasta itself. Every morning.
Our typical Italian morning routine: cappuccinos, croissants with different flavors, most of the time chocolate. I went with a cream-filled one with powdered sugar on top today, so it's a little bit more special.
It is our last half day in Cinque Terre, and we did decide that we're just going to stick with the 2 o'clock train ride over to Venice because the weather's looking okay for this time. We just got our breakfast, and then we're gonna head back over to the beach we were at yesterday to check out the castle that's over there.
We found rocks on this beach that definitely are not naturally forming rocks. Like, no rock is gonna have like little circles like that on it, or like these big long stripes, or like a diagonal pattern. But we don't know what they're from or if there's any significance to them. Like they almost just fell off the building behind us or something. I don't know.
No, that's cold. Oh, that's cold, that's cold, that's cold.
I thought you said it was warm.
Oh, it's cold, guys. Another one. These are everywhere. Everywhere. These are like little clay pot pieces, I swear. Also, the sun is out, which is the most unexpected part of this trip, I feel like, because, or not this trip, this section of the trip, because it's supposed to be torrential downpouring right now.
Yeah, there was all kinds of like warnings like yesterday that today was gonna be like a code yellow.
Severe weather.
And it's still supposed to be coming at some point, but for right now, we got the sun and the beautiful weather.
Sunny, stunning, perfect weather. Here's Monterosso. Beautiful, beautiful. We are back in the area that we had dinner in last night. Whew, and we're taking a set of stairs to get, I guess, as high as possible to see a view of the city. Oh, look at that. That's another part of the city over here. There's that. And then this is where we had dinner. And then there is where we're staying. Wow. The water is insanely blue.
We We were basically looking for a bridge and thought we'd maybe pass next to the cemetery, but we found the cemetery, no bridge, and I feel like we found the highest point on the like front side of this island. This area is a national park, and I could see why, but it feels nothing like any other national park we've been to, because it's like 5 cities, the overlooks and the hills and everything. We haven't been to Hawaii, but the trees on the hills and the like ocean views make it feel like I would think Hawaii looks like.
At this point, we're definitely going the wrong way to get back to town, but I'm really glad that we went this way because we're walking on a road right now, essentially completely alone. We've been alone for the last like 15-20 minutes, honestly. Walking through.
I mean, we didn't see anyone in the cemetery or
no.
Most of the way up here.
Walking through a vineyard and an olive grove, through these people's homes that are just planted on top of this hill overlooking the Ligurian Sea in Monterosso. And honestly, this is kind of reminding me of when we were in Grindelwald, Switzerland, when we got lost coming down the mountain on our toboggans, because that was one of my favorite memories ever, because we went so out of the way to get back to the town, but we got to see things that we probably wouldn't have seen. And it's not like we're completely lost here. Like, we have a map, we kind of know where we are, but we are taking like this back road to who knows where and figuring out how to get back down. But I'm really glad we took this way. It's so beautiful. Look at this.
There's a mixture between
look at this. It's private, but look at this overlook of just vineyards and olive trees and the ocean. We made it back down to the town, and now we're just walking around the other side of Monterosso. Picked up a cute little fish bowl for our charcuterie boards when we host people. I'm so excited about it. The rain did come. I'm just here to let you know, it did come. Not bad though. It stopped raining actually. I got a focaccia sandwich. It does need pesto. I'll say it. And then we have this view. Look at this. Yum. Whoa. Look at this.
I see some shrimp, some calamari. I'm not sure what this part is.
That's an octopus.
That's a huge octopus.
You gotta squeeze the lemon. This is what we want by the ocean. We have a 2-hour layover for our train in Florence, and there's 2 locations that I wanted to get food at that I didn't get to when we were here. So we're beelining it to both of them because they're right next to each other. It is like a mile walk from the train station to get here, but it'll be worth it. First stop is Pino's sandwiches. Ciao. Grabbed them to go, and now we're going to Vivoli for some affogatos before we hop back on our train. Sun-dried tomatoes, artichokes, onions, pesto, bacon, and their famous Florence bread. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
It's a great sandwich.
I'm gonna start choking.
I'd eat that all the time.
Phenomenal.
I could explain the flavors, but you know,
You get it.
just come here.
Come and get it.
Do we have time to wait in line for this?
I don't know how fast it's gonna go, but there's a long line to Vivoli.
Why is it so popular? What else do they have here?
Everybody gets their affogato. We're gonna get 2 affogatos and down it and book it back to the train
I'm hoping
station.
they have takeaway. We still have over an hour.
It was a 20-minute walk. I might even stop at that wine window. Maybe, I don't know.
Everyone else has done this, so
Everyone else
there we
is
go.
doing this. And I will too.
Everyone else is jumping off a bridge. I'm doing it.
I got an affogato in Rome and it was actually horrible. Night and day difference.
The way it's supposed to taste. Anyway, I'll just basically mix mine up.
We just shot that back so fast. Like less than maybe 30 seconds, honestly. And now we're going back to the train station. It's our last morning in Italy, and we're spending the day in none other
Then Vienza.
Venice, baby.
This is absolute craziness. I would never want to drive a boat. All this boat traffic.
It's like purposeful chaos.
We
Look
are
at that.
on a water bus right now. We've seen water taxis, and I think there's like water ferries. There's a water ambulance.
Yep.
It's literally just a road, but like, I feel like you have so much less control over a boat than a car. I mean, I thought I knew what to expect again, and it's just like seeing it in person. I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
That was quite chaotic. We made it to a cafe. I want to chill for a little bit. Venice is very unique, and I'm very excited to explore it today and just get lost in the streets because you can very easily get lost. But we did take the water bus to get to the Rialto water taxi bus station. Don't really have a plan today. Very tired. I need my cappuccino. In front of us is St. Mark's Basilica, which was built in 828, apparently to house the relics of St. Mark the Evangelist, which were stolen from Alexandria by Venetian merchants. The basilica symbolizes Venice's power and wealth, and right next to it is the Doge's Palace. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that. This was built in the 14th century, and it was a palace and a court and a prison at some point. Both of them I think you have to pay to get into. We're not going to do that, but seeing them from the outside is just as amazing. I'm sure the inside of the basilica specifically would be incredible, because looking at the basilica right now, this might be the most ornate, beautiful outside we've seen for a basilica.
Not the biggest one we've seen for sure, but there is a lot of detail that's going on it.
A ton of detail. So I'm sure the inside would be beautiful, but there's a long line and we don't really want to pay to get into it. So we'll just keep exploring Venice and go from there. I am pretty shocked by how blue the water is. For some reason, I was expecting it to be very brown. The water is the road, so like we saw ambulances coming in and we saw delivery boats and garbage boats and just people riding to their next destination. So in my head, I thought it'd be much more brown just due to like pollution, but it's very blue. Venice feels like a giant maze that you can't get out unless you like have it on your maps. There's turns and alleyways and places to get lost everywhere.
These are the alleyways you were talking about that you just get lost down. Like, this is the way Google Maps tells us to go, and it's just like these thin little alleyways, and then you pop out to like a canal.
We're at the Rialto Bridge, and this is yet another bridge like Florence of just jewelry.
The Rialto Bridge is the oldest and most iconic bridge in Venice, stretching across the Grand Canal. It was built to replace a series of wooden bridges that either collapsed or caught on fire.
We got cicchetti for lunch, which means small bites, and it is a local Venice snacky lunch. So we got 2 of the salmon ones, spicy pepper jelly with the blue cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, bacala, and capicola. This is like a cod spread. Oh, I kind of love that. Salmon one. You cannot go wrong with a smoked salmon. The sun-dried tomato. There's almost like eggplant at the base of that one. The gorgonzola jam situation. If you don't like blue cheese, you won't like it, but I do. And the capicola. I like them all. I'd say the capicola or the salmon are on top, and then a close second would be the bacala and the gorgonzola with the pepper jelly. Our flight from Venice to London got canceled. Of course, the end of the trip, this always happens. I honestly was expecting it, so not even that upset about it, but Josh got on the phone with a travel agent.
We're flying to Paris now, and then from Paris to Heathrow, London, and then from there we're flying to Chicago, and then from Chicago back to Ohio.
The flight to Paris is earlier, so we're kind of not booking it, but trying to get back to the hotel we were staying at now to then get to the airport because it leaves at 6. So this is our last little moment in Venice. Look at this.
Gorgeous.
The music. Bye, Venice. Very short-lived, but it was kind of fun. The journey home begins now. Bye. Ow. 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 The knees. Dodges? Dodges? Yikes. Sorry, everyone.